Welcome to this week's edition of the Broken Hearts Club with Michelle Garbutt. I'm your host, Michelle. And this week, I wanted to talk to you about reducing stress and why it is so important. This is one of the first things that I do with all of my clients. Client who is coming out of a toxic or unhealthy relationship, a client that is looking to overcome heartache, and any of my clients that are working on their personal relationship, their relationship with themselves. And the reason why it is so important is that people in these circumstances, some of these circumstances, are coming out of very stressful situations. Their body has been in fight or flight mode, the survival response, for a long period of time. This means that the stress is running through their body, sometimes without them even knowing. They've gotten so accustomed to this feeling of stress that they don't even recognize that they're in this state because it has become so normalized. So knowing this and knowing the impact of continued stress on the body and our health overall, my first action with a lot of my clients is helping them to reduce the stress, to recognize the stress that's within their body, also recognize and understand what's causing them stress, their triggers, and how to work through them. Now, the reason why this is so important is a lot of these people, one of the first things that they want, one of the first action items, is that they want to bring a sense of calm and peace. They want to feel more relaxed. So that's why we target the stress that they are coming away from, that they're currently feeling within their bodies, and understanding what their triggers are for stress and how they can manage them. This also allows the body to move into the relaxation response, which is where the healing happens within the body. It's where the cells are rejuvenate. This sits in, there are two autonomic nervous systems within the body, and the relaxation response is in the parasympathetic. And that is where this inbuilt healing happens within our body. So allowing the person to come over into that system, because you can't be in both, also allows their body to rejuvenate, to feel better, to allow them to start sleeping better, to have more solid sleep, not to be as worried. There are so many benefits from it, but also in the mind, it allows you as an individual to move into more cognitive thinking. It allows you to move into the higher levels of your brain. It's bringing you out of the primitive part of your mind. This is the first part of the mind, the brain. And people would talk about, there's a book about the monkey mind, and it's bringing you out of that and allowing you to become into a place where you can see more clearly. You are able to recognize how you're feeling. It brings in this awareness, and it allows you to have more aligned thoughts. It allows you to come to a place where you can make more proactive decisions than reactive decisions. And this is really important when you're starting to look at moving towards your ideal life, because we want to be making, or you want to be making, more aligned actions, taking more aligned steps, having more aligned thoughts, and coming away from these habits that are holding you back, these limiting beliefs, etc. Also, the people that I'm working with, and if you're looking to change, we need to come out of this place of stress, because stress is one of the things that will stop you from being able to change, or it will bring you back into your old habits that aren't serving you. So when you're trying to change, stress is a big trigger that will send you back into your old habits, the thought behaviors that you're having, and it stops you from having that awareness in your mind so that you can catch your thoughts and redirect, which is what we're trying to do when you are changing the way that you think. you're redirecting. And so the people that I'm working with are I'm working with them to break the habits that are blocking them, the limiting beliefs, the limiting thoughts, the limiting conditioning that is running in their mind. So we need to remove the stress so that they can be in a position to have those thought interrupters, to recognize the thought and be able to divert to the new thought. When you become stressed, you revert back to old habits, which means there are more thoughts for you to try and redirect. It means that you just slip back into those old habits and conditionings and beliefs. And what we're trying to do as I work with my clients is give them empowering beliefs and habits and conditioning. And whilst we can never fully, in the studies, that all our habits will always sit with us because they're wired into our brain, but we can make new beliefs and habits. And by constantly working on them, it builds them stronger, and it builds the pathways that are building. It makes them stronger and more solid because they're being fired. So it's like firing and wiring. So when you're not firing the old habits, beliefs, thoughts, those pathways, while still there, are not as strong, and you'll move to the new thought processes. And over time, this will become a stronger thought process. But with stress, if we haven't built that new pathway, neurological in the mind, if we haven't built that strong enough, it's very easy to slip back into the old ways of thinking, behaving, beliefs, conditioning, etc. So it is really important when I work with my clients, and it's really important if you are trying to make changes, to reduce the stress, because it allows you to come into this place of presence and awareness, which allows you to focus on where you want to go, making those aligned decisions, actions, and build those new neurological pathways. They're going to help you head towards where you want to go, like your new goals, your ideal life, which is what I'm working with my clients with, is to get them to their ideal life. So we need to break the old habits, conditioning, beliefs to build new ones. And the best way to do that is when we're in a place where we are less stressed, so that we can access those higher conscious levels and cognitive thinking of the mind. And we come out of the primitive mind, we come out of the fight or flight, we come out of the stress response, and we move into the relaxation response, where we're able to think more clearly and have those moments of recognition of being triggered, and making sure that we interrupt those triggers for those thought patterns to come in and redirect to the new thought patterns. So this is why, for me, this is really one of the top things. It's one of the first things that I will work through with my clients so that they can get the best results. It also allows them to feel more calm, relaxed, less stressed, more at ease, more chill. And that's what we want in life, because then that allows us to move in the direction that we want to go. And it just makes us feel better, which means we're not as snappy and cranky and on edge and snappy, and we're just enjoying life more. And that's what we're here for, to bring in more enjoyment. So reducing stress is really high on my list, and why it is so, so, so important. I hope this has helped you understand why it's such a big deal for me and when I work with my clients, and also maybe helps you realize the importance of reducing stress, especially if you're trying to change things in your life, where you're going, change thought patterns, change habits, change beliefs. That stress plays a very big role in this. So it's super important to understand what your stresses are, how to manage them, how to work through them, and how to reduce your stress overall. So it's regulating your body as well. These are all things that are extremely important when you're looking to change and move towards your ideal life. And that's why at the top of the list of the things that I do with my clients when I work with them. If you're interested in more information on this, or if you're interested in working with me, please do reach out. It is one of the things that I cover in my one-to-one coaching program. but it is super, super important. It plays a very big role. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. If you feel that someone may benefit from this information, please share it with them. Don't forget to subscribe and like this podcast. I would love to connect with you on social. So if you feel called to, please connect with me at Michelle_Garbett. Otherwise, take care, enjoy your week, and I will chat to you next time. Ciao for now. Bye.